an open letter to our employers, relationships, over-familiar acquaintances, to the rhythm we work within, and to you.
And perhaps a little bit to ourselves. Before we begin our session, I'd like to take a few moments to ask some preliminary questions so that we could tailor our bespoke, people-pleasing services to your needs.
We have a wide menu with costs that scream. We consistently undersell ourselves for a facade of productivity. However, we have recently received an influx of A.
People ordering things that they never wanted.
B.
People ordering things that we do not stock.
C.
People breaking into our pantry and drinking straight from our steaming hot pot of emotional labour. What you ask for is most likely what we will give. So we would appreciate it if you take a second to answer these questions honestly.
Question number 1.
How much
Do you want from me?
The backdrop is an incandescent shade of Facebook summer holiday blue. We tinged it with vibrant windows, screensaver green. We interrupt your scroll to formally invite you to the FOMO party, where the excitement never truly ends.
Take me back, 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 take me back.
Say hair-flicking, candid, non-candid swimsuit photos with just us. Ritual celebration boomerang cult. Party participants are people who are continuously stuck in a party loop. Party participants are people who are continuously stuck in a party loop. Party participants are people who are continuously stuck in a party loop. Cheers. To us, to the weekend, to weekdays, to any day, to anything. Throwback. It's not a Tuesday or a Thursday, so we won't be having any of that. And I know it's a Thursday. To maintain an ongoing media presence, you must post enough to make you relatable, but not enough to make you unsightly.
Is that all you want?
That's what I want. All I ever need you to do is 3 things, and then you can repost them forever. All I ever need you to do is 3 things, and then you can repost them forever. All I ever need you to... I kind of think you know what I'm trying to do. Experiences are content, digestible content, palatable content, lucrative content. Content is attention. Attention is the currency we exchange at the FOMO party. And we're trying to cash in. You see, this party never stops because it also never begins. It's an all year round repost kind of blue and incandescent shade of Instagram blue. The best party that literally also never happened. A party person is a person continuously stuck in a party loop. A party person is a person continuously stuck in a party loop. A party person is a person also continuously stuck in a party loop. People going to the FOMO party are saying things like,
Is this a photo op or is this a party?
and
Is this even a party? I've been here for 26 minutes and people are standing here like 37 inches apart from each other. Like, I didn't even react when I got out fucking measuring tape. They just Instagrammed it live to their 204 Instagram followers and only 3 people logged on because the fucking algorithms or some shit. It's really weird.
As well as...
I mean, we spent the whole day leading up to this party, and this party wasn't even a party, it was just a collection of people thinking they were going to miss out.
We're erupting the stream of positive reviews. Positive, they're all so positive. Reviews. To play our next track dedicated to the people that didn't even really come. Which is... You're not missing out, you're not missing out, you're not missing out on anything. You're not missing out, you're not missing out, you're not missing out on anything. You're not missing out, you're not missing out, you're not missing out on anything. You're not missing out, you're not missing out, you're not missing out on anything. A party participant is a person continuously stuck in a party loop. You see, a party person is a person continuously stuck in a party loop. So once the party becomes a chore, then what are you really living for? We'd like to interrupt the broadcast to draw your attention to the FOMO house rules. When you stop having fun, you go home.
You seem to have got distracted, and question number 1, I'll remind you, was, how much do you want from me? Is your answer A,
Nothing.
B,
Not much.
C,
As much as I will give,
D,
as much as it will take.
E?
Everything. I'd like to point out that it's possible to take much more than that, and that ordering off menu is a common practice around here, but the results of repeatedly asking for things that we do not provide are a little unsustainable.
Neoliberalism. Well, he wants me. He really likes my efficiency. He compliments me on it often on his way home from work with petrol station flowers. And he's kind of busy. There isn't really a minute to take a breather, but that's exciting. I really feel like we're building up to something, you know? He thinks all trains should go faster. Neoliberalism wants to build the fastest train that there is, so we can all go faster. He has this really cute watch that counts down the minutes until he's in work again. And he's really happy that we're sitting together answering emails at 1 a.m. He fucking loves it.
The thing that I love about him is that he needs me, well, to function, really. He needs me to work harder. He needs me to share his belief. He needs me to feel out of control so that he can feel in control. He wants me to save up and go on expensive holidays for 6 days relaxation out of 365. He's telling me to keep calm. But he kind of needs me to carry on, so sometimes I feel like he's contradicting himself.
Neoliberalism is definitely shrouded in this really sexy, rugged mystery. He likes the fact that no one knows what his name means, and that no one recognises him in the street. He likes to brag about what he's done so that others can aspire to be anything like him, and they do. They really, really do.
Neoliberalism wants me to have hobbies that cost money. He wants spending money to be my favourite hobby. He wants us to get a new bathroom because he wants us us to get a bigger house to neoliberalism. Bigger is most certainly better.
Neoliberalism, like, he doesn't ever go to my community centre. He doesn't like me to take trips around my neighbourhood. He doesn't want me to share ingredients with my neighbours or know who they are, but he likes community bake sales because they demonstrate entrepreneurial tendencies. Neoliberalism, he loves quiz shows, he loves a competition. He watches them whilst he monitors the stock exchange from his laptop at night. He loves Pointless because the name makes you think it is, but it really, really isn't. He loves it because there are winners and there are losers. Neoliberalism loves winners and he loves losers. He loves it when the losers don't love themselves.
It's weird because he likes it when I don't have anybody else. He likes it when I'm lonely. He doesn't want me to spend time with any of my friends. He doesn't want me to call my nan. I think neoliberalism hates my nan.
I think it's quite possessive. He wants me to have less time to spend with my children. Neoliberalism wants my children to go to school, to learn to be productive. He doesn't want them to enjoy what they learn. He doesn't take me for walks in the park on Sundays. You see, Sundays are definitely not the Sabbath day. And he's always checking his phone for work messages no matter where we are. It's always like he's somewhere else. It's like he's got no time for me. It's like there's no time for me. It's like there's no time for me. There's no time for me.
Question number 2.
How much of me do you want?
Is the answer A, nothing?
Nothing at all. What did I do?
B, elements of me?
Just the fine, minute details like the spattering around the sides.
C, tailored, tasteful curation.
I mean, I've been following the mood board you put together. And the script.
D, comfortable amount. Or E, all of me.
The entirety, every crevice, every memory to capacity, like stick your hand inside of me and I'll move my jaw as and how.
Do all the parts of me have to RSVP to the party or just my sexuality?
How now would you like me to shout my gender identity in front of the patrons? I've attached a list to this email of my parts that will help your funding targets. If you can just let me know which elements are on the OK list for my politics.
But I'll leave when it starts being inconvenient or unsightly to the sponsors in the room, or just stay here and be queer. How much of me
do you want? I would watch Willow and Tara cast spells together and find something tingled, but I wasn't sure. When the Buffy episodes ended, we would push our thick tongues around each other's and smile into mouths with a pillow between us, knowing we needed a barrier, but not what for. When she avoided my eyes at school, I learned to be guilty for it all. I put a stopper in the guilt with a lie, said we were just practicing, I was just practicing for the real first time. So my first time was not my first time and not the last time I told myself lies.
Token figure number 1's jumper lacks structural integrity. It's made from bitter thread. It's thread. It's made from, I don't don't mind what you're doing, but a book that I haven't opened in years told me that you shouldn't be doing it.
She was my friend to start. I opened my eyes to hers on my lips. I thought I was ready to say, I'm doing this. I tried to reciprocate at her parents' house. We snuck Aperol from cupboards and made potions to calm us, more to calm me, but when it came to it, I pretended to sleep. As she reached under pants, I clenched my thighs kind of tight, said, am I still practicing tonight?
Taking figure number 1 is not fluid in body contact, but they make an effort for token figure number 2. They can still get the accent in the way that they move, you see, it's a second language. Token figure number 1 kisses token figure number 2 on the forehead and makes stubborn eye contact with the cashier and whispers,
when he kept asking me about my formative experiences, I saw Pornhub recognition through glazed eyes, my legitimacy fetishized, but now you like dick, right? Took a chunk, and with the suggestion hung flaccid, he asked, were you just practicing? I shook my head for all the stories so similar that we'd been practicing with our own erasure, that we weren't really ever sure that I was just practicing was for the guilty in all of us.
Token figure number 1 and 2 sit in a room alone. You see, here they're just figures and not tokens. Figure number 1 captures sight of themselves in a mirror wearing a structurally compromised jumper. It's stitched with a bitter thread, and it's not cold in here. And they mouth, you remember.
And when the pieces seem to slot around each other, and places expose flashes, and spaces become significant, and Ethel Street was first kiss, and Lightwoods Park was first girlfriend, and she was virginity. And I'm jealous of me now because I'm letting it happen. You know that these hurdles were put here for reasons, that they don't want us to get the chance to be this feeling, and I am not practicing, I am feeling. And it isn't fair that it's taken me 14 years, but it doesn't matter, because we got here. And it doesn't matter, because we're here, and I'm not practicing, I'm feeling. I'm not practicing, I am feeling. I'm not practicing, I am feeling. And it was all legitimate. And my feelings are legitimate. And I am legitimate. And we are legitimate. And we are legitimate. And we are legitimate.
We've reached the end of the questionnaire, and it's time for you to order your specific, non-specific service. So I'm going to need you to take some time to answer this honestly. How much do you want?
How much do you want from me?
How much do you want from me?
How much
How
do I need
much
to give? How
do you
much
want from
are you
me?
taking? How much do you want
Is
from me?
the answer A, everything,
Everything.
B, everything,
More
C,
than I have.
everything,
More than I have. Always ask for more than I have.
everything,
All it is, always ask for more than I have.
everything.
How much of me do you want? Is this too much? Have I given you too much?
Are we we
asking too much?
Yes.
Asking too much.
Are we asking too much? Thank you.